I'm going to be reading a passage in Fromm, To Have or To Be. It's about the fear of dying. This relates to what we've been talking about, because we've been talking about the dichotomies of life and death. It may be possible for us not to attach ourselves to property and hence not fear losing it. But what about the fear of losing life itself? The fear of dying. Is this a fear only of older people or of the sick? Or is everybody afraid of dying? Does the fact that we are bound to die permeate our whole life? Does the fear of dying grow only more intense and more conscious the closer we come to the limits by age or sickness? Perhaps the most significant datum is the deeply engraved desire for immortality that manifests itself in the many rituals and beliefs that aim at preserving the human body. On the other hand, the modern, specifically American denial of death by the beautification of the body speaks equally for the regression of the fear of dying by merely camouflaging death. There is only one way, taught by the Buddha, by Jesus, by the Stoics, by Master Eckhart, to truly overcome the fear of dying, and that is by not hanging on to life, not experiencing life as a possession. The fear of dying is not truly what it seems to be, the fear of stopping living. Death does not concern us, Epicurus said, since while we are, death is not yet here. But when death is here, we are no more. To be sure, there can be fear of suffering and pain that may precede dying, but this fear is different from that of dying. While the fear of dying may thus seem irrational, this is not so if life is experienced as possession. The fear, then, is not of dying, but of losing what I have. The fear of losing my body, my ego, my possessions, and my identity. The fear of facing the abyss of non-identity, of being lost. To the extent that we live in the having mode, we must fear dying. No rational explanation will take away this fear, but it may be diminished even at the hour of death, by a reassertion of our bond to life, by a response to the love of others that may kindle our own love. Losing our fear of dying should not begin as a preparation for death, but as the continuous effort to reduce the mode of having and to increase the mode of being. As Spinoza says, the wise think about life, not about death. The instruction on how to die is indeed the same as the instruction on how to live. The more we rid ourselves of the craving for possession in all its forms, particularly our ego-boundness, the less strong is the fear of dying, since there is nothing to lose.